a move pretty soon. I think he has to take the fight with Scoom.
Yeah, he's going to have to run in, try and get across the street. It's going to be really tough. The good news is it's a little bit of a distraction for the rest of his squad as they move further to the west. Crimson actually grouped up center circle, so Penta will find their way in on the northern side. That's very important. Cup of Magic now, taking a lot of damage from Scoom. Scoom may be able to hold this one off. He looks for breaks going, almost gets him.
Okay, Scoom is being a bit living life on the edge here. There's still a player. Cup of Magic is still there, able to peek him at any time. But Cup of Magic has been really timid, man. I mean, Scoom just, like, flicked a headshot onto him, no problem. So maybe I can understand. But Liquid, looks like they have full control over this cliff face.
A lot of teams. 7 teams still alive. 19 players all up here. We're going to fight a little King of the Hill. Crimson holds it down. Lockwood does go down to Simsy. So Penta being a little aggressive from the north.
All right. Crimson, this is their time. They're in the middle of the circle. They need to clear it out as much as they can. Liquid, by the way, wins that squad over there, but that grenade looks huge. Simsy goes down. Tommel, pretty close to it. As Jambawe, he's got to be pretty happy with that. Still, they
That was a great throw. That was a
They
perfect
don't push
throw.
because Liquid's behind them. Still, they open it up on James. Pybus gets traded out, but NBS is still here with his teammate Jambawe. Let's see what they can do. Liquid is a real force of nature, but Crimson is looking like they can maybe stop them. Jambawe had a shot, but couldn't quite take it. This is a standoff for now, but it has to happen eventually.
Yeah, Liquid has no choice but to push. They have to be aggressive, take the fight to Crimson. Luckily for them, they still have Penta they need to worry about to the north, so Crimson needs to be careful. While they're in this fight, they cannot let their back be exposed. That's why we see Jambawe down here, holding down this position in between the rocks. Cannot be shot from Penta. Just stay in the fight that you're in, try and defend Liquid. Liquid now all 4 members back up, Crimson only 2. Well, now a third as they did get Pybus up.
Yep. That's Pybus getting up. Now we have Liquid still not quite in the circle. Those UAZs actually sort of are. Maybe they can just hide behind that. Ooh, Biza going up, using his smoke as cover to get his UAZ into a better position. But Team Liquid, they're scarily on the edge. And Crimson is scarily in the middle. Lots of teams sandwiching them right now.
Yeah, we have 1 member of Unskilled down still inside the quarry. That could be a little bit of trouble for Team Liquid as they do have 1 player that dropped down to try and hold down inside. You see James there. You see Zargan kind of creeping up the staircase. He may be able to get a nice angle here on a free kill. Look at him just looking right at James.
Oh, but James... Click the button. Click that button, Zargan. All right, James a little bit out of range right now. But, oh, the patience is going to mean that Liquid finally notices him and takes him out. He was just a solo player, so he had to do what he could to try to sneak into the circle.
That is tough. That is a tough break there. Trying to be patient, maybe a little too patient. Crimson has now grouped up even more center. They keep pushing closer and closer together as Penta moves up, Liquid moves up, Exalt moves up. Those are your final 4 teams.
All right, let's see. Can Liquid take first place again, or will they be stopped? Their main, the main thing stopping them was Crimson, and you see Simsy from behind takes them out. Crimson, like I said, they have a problem right now where they're sandwiched between so many teams. They're going to get into the little shack there, and that's in the circle, so that's safe for now.
That NBS was absolutely 1 shot away from death. Look at Penta now. They're going to move out into the blue or right next to the blue and try and get up on top. They're going to put pressure on Liquid. If they can win this fight, they'll be in a great position to actually win the game. I'm not sure if Liquid is prepared for a team to move up on top. You see Scoom kind of teasing it. Tommel holding that exact spot, waiting to get a shot onto the head of Scoom.
It's funny because the red dot is sort of blocking his vision on the head there. So Liquid has this high space, and so does Penta. Both of these teams are looking very strong. I have a feeling that one of these teams will win it, but, you know, Crimson, like I said, they're in the circle, they're in the shack. They're not looking too shabby either, but here we go. They're being pushed right now. But still, like I said, because they're in the compound, they can back off. Take their time.
Yeah, this is tough. I mean, so many teams right on top of each other. Exalt actually owns most of the circle down below. Uter and Brexco with Chronix. They have the majority of it as it went a little bit to the west. Jambawe will go down to a grenade. It looks like Crimson players are just going down left and right, but they keep getting the reses. They're staying alive. Scoom actually wrapping around.
That's dangerous, man. That's rough. Okay, so he won't peek it after all. Or he won't continue to peek it. Jambawe is, he's down. He's out. Jambawe's gone, so Crimson only has 2 players now. Oh, Liquid, look at them from up around. This is some sneaky stuff. Peek up the ledge. They have a perfect view on everyone, but still they trade out. Great reactions, 2 for 2, but now Ibiza gets the 3rd. So Liquid right now has 2 players left. They're quite split, but they were able to bring Penta down to just 1, and that's Simsy of Doom. Really great play by Liquid, but man, they lost a lot.
Oh, Scoom peeking the edge there. Very, very dangerous. Here we are. So now we have a final circle situation with 4 teams alive.
Jeez. I mean, this is probably the craziest, most active final circle I've ever seen, I think.
Yeah, it's completely wild. So let's just break this down and explain how this is going to work. Penta here, they're going to take their time. They're going to get the reses. So they will actually be 3 strong, if I'm not mistaken,
Wow.
which is huge for them. Liquid will be down to 2. We see team number 12, that's Exalt. They have 3 up, and Crimson has 2 up. So two teams of 3, 2 teams of 2. There is a timer right there. You guys see the one above the mini-map. What's going to happen is that's going to sit there for roughly 3 minutes. Once that is over, it will start a 15-second countdown. When that happens, a little tiny asterisk will appear on the map somewhere in this circle. That is the final location. All players will have to move there. The circle will close 100%, and whoever is alive last wins.
Yeah, and these circles, they go pretty fast.
They're
By
fast.
the way, now. Yeah, they're like sonic.
You cannot change them. There's no setting to change them. So once it pops up, once the timer hits 0, you need to start killing everybody. NBS does go down to Ultra.
And Simsy will finish it off. So now it's just down to Pybus. And I don't think anyone's pushing him from this angle, so he should be fine for now. But yeah, guys, definitely stick around. Check out this final circle closing because it's gonna be a real riot. Let me tell you. So now we have Team Liquid. I can't believe Penta got both of their down numbers up, so they're still at 3. That's so huge.
Yeah, they had 3 players down there in the fight against Liquid, and it was one of those situations where they had an extra player right near the zone. Ibiza was there as well, but the zone was pushing him off of the cliff. He didn't really have anywhere safe to go, so he decided to back up, return to the rock that you see him at now, which was the right decision, I think. As we see Simsy actually going down to Scoom.
Down and out, yeah. So Liquid, I mean, these players are doing a good job of finding their moments of opportunity. Sometimes you see teams just hunker down and not move for these circles. By the way, I don't think Breaksco can get up, and actually that entire team can't get up. So fun. Actually, if the circle centers over them, they just win, right? I think they just win.
I mean, they would have the best opportunity to. I think Scoom and Pybus and Ultra could still shoot from above and kill them before the final circle closes. The problem is if the circle goes up top because they can't do anything. They can't shoot anybody up there, and they can't get up there. So it would be tough. They would have to try and med through it as long as they could and hope that everybody up top just kills each other. Like I don't know the real strategy. Throw some grenades and pray or something like that.
But if it is up top, we get a really interesting circle because everyone's so close that it will actually come down to the gunfights. It won't just be like, oh, the circle closed in and everyone dies. So that'll be interesting.
Okay.
Here we go. Here's the countdown.
There's so many players, I can't see where it is on the map. I think it's center.
I have no clue. Guys, this is going to go so fast. It's going to be... Oh, wow. What a pick. What? Whoa. What happened to Penta? Ibiza just killed everyone. Here comes the circle. Pybus goes down as well. And I don't know the circle centering. It looks like it might be up. It might be down.
Yeah, it's center.
It's Liquid. I think Liquid's got it. We'll have to see.
Oh, medding time. Medding time.
Yeah, Ibiza.
Oh, Evie!
But no, it's taking over Ibiza. Ibiza finishes it off with the sloping, jumping downwards, angled downwards. Well,
how does Liquid win that? How does Liquid win that? 13 kills coming out of Liquid. Their 3rd win of the day. The victory lap to finish it off. Ibiza finishing off split 1 by jumping through the air to get the final kill before he hits the ground. Unbelievable.
Ooh. Just let out a deep breath.
Wow.
Everyone at home. I know.
Wow.
You've been holding it in. Just let it out. Jeez, what a game. Liquid with the hat trick, dude. The hat trick, like I said, maybe they would just come and show everyone up and just show off their stuff, even though they already pretty much have first place clinched. But I'm going to say it right now, Liquid are first place 100%. There is no way anyone can catch up to them here in the first split of PUBG Online.
That is absolutely wild. Here is the final fight. Once again, we see James, we see Ibiza, we see Scoom. They were all grouped up on top. They try and push around onto Penta. You see them up top. They get 3 knocks. They're traded out. They get 3. 2 of them go down. Ibiza decides, I need to back away. I can't go for a res. Don't want to finish this one off. Now they move over here into this location. You see Crimson. You see Penta. You see Exalt all alive. NBS going down to Penta. Simsy finishing it off. It just completely out of control. This is a final circle situation. Scoom taking out Simsy. And then somehow, someway, I don't even know what happened. Liquid was able to finish off Penta here before this one closed. And then watch Ibiza.
Let's see this one.
Watch Ibiza. He jumps
Ibiza
in the zone. It's insane. It's a 2v2. Chronic's just moving around looking for angles. He doesn't even know what to do. Ibiza jumps. He shoots the whole way down. And somehow, someway, if you look at the kill feed, Ibiza gets the headshot onto Brexco to win this final game.
Dude, that was absolutely the sickest thing. That's got to be the top 3.
I can't even.
Yeah, show that again. Show that like 5 times in a row, man. Actually, it's funny too because I want to point out one more thing before we close this out. Ibiza jumps down and notice that he doesn't. He just needs one shot, that one headshot right there. Boom. See you later, Breaks. Go. He was shooting the way down, but man, it's because he thought that. I mean, if Breaks Go was further up, he actually had a chance of winning. So I think Ibiza thought that he had to do that.
No, it's genius. You leave Scoom there to med, and you're like, Ibiza, just try and get the kill. See if you can somehow kill him. That is insane.
And he obviously didn't know exactly where the player was either, so it's a bit more impressive than that because he didn't have our God vision. All right, guys, wow. Well, that was absolutely incredible. I hope you all enjoyed the show because we
I
sure
can't
did.
even, dude.
Team Liquid coming first place 3 times in a row. These guys have shown that they are, they're
I mean,
pretty sick.
It's